Hey guys, this is Jerry Vinson. How are you doing? Today we are going to talk about something I've seen on the internet quite a few times regarding cash flow. Cash flow, first of all, we're going to talk about what it means. Then we're going to talk about how it can change your life dramatically. And then I'm going to give you 11 different strategies, 11 different ways that you can increase your monthly cash flow so you can create the lifestyle you desire and you deserve. Okay? So first of all, what is cash flow? Cash flow was originally a business term, meaning how much money is a business bringing in versus the expenses that it's taking to run that business. They needed to know that because if you have a business and if you have too many expenses and not enough income, your business is not going to last, right? That's a negative cash flow. You want more income coming in to a business than you do going out. That's called positive cash flow, right? Seems simple enough, but if you don't know this stuff, you don't know this stuff. And I did not know this stuff whenever I graduated from CRNA school in 2007. And just started learning about this stuff in 2008. But it's very simple, the basics, cash flow. Now you can apply to your personal life. So in a personal aspect, cash flow is the amount of income that you have coming into your bank account. You, your spouse, your family, combination of the above. But it's also the expenses that you have every month leaving your bank account, right? So you must have more income coming in, however you want to get that. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. However you want to generate that cash flow coming in, you need to have more cash flow coming in than you have going out, right? You have to run your household like you'd run a business. If you do not have enough income coming in for the expenses that you have each and every month, you will not only never get out of debt, but you might be one of those that have to file bankruptcy because it gets so bad. I was very close to that. Very close to that. In 2007, when I graduated from anesthesia school, I had not worked in 28 months. Nobody in my house worked for 28 months because my wife got laid off right before I went to school. And we had 3 little girls that even if my wife did work, she'd pay more in daycare than she would make working. So why work? So she stayed at home. So I absolutely understand negative cash flow. Had it for 28 months. Every single month for 28 months, we went a little over $3,000 more in debt. That is a huge negative cash flow. You don't want that, trust me. And so whenever I graduated and I started working full-time, started working overtime, worked as many hours as I could to try to start paying off debt and realized that, okay, I can't do this forever. I'm getting burned out. So I started learning about cash flow and I started learning about investing and wealth creation strategies and different ways to increase your monthly cash flow. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about here is 11 ways you can increase or improve your cash flow. Okay, so the very first thing, and if you read any books or if you take any courses from massively successful people, they're going to tell you, you must be grateful. You must be grateful for every part of your life. Your job, even if you hate it, you know what will help you start liking your job? Be grateful for your job. Okay? Be grateful when that alarm clock goes off every morning. Instead of getting Tourette's, be grateful. You know what? You get to wake up and you get to go to a job. Especially now during this coronavirus, this pandemic that's going on. There are millions of people that have lost their jobs and they're on unemployment. Be grateful that you have a job. Be grateful that you get to get up in the morning to an alarm clock. Be grateful that you have to drive in traffic to your job. Normally you wouldn't be grateful for that, right? When you start becoming grateful for the things that you have, it could be your car, it could be your home. Even if you rent, be grateful you have shelter. Be grateful you have clean water. Be grateful you have a place to use the bathroom. Food on the table, food in the pantry, your health. Be grateful for every part of your life, and you will start seeing more greatness occur in your life. Things will start happening for you. People that come into your life will start coming in your life for you. You'll start surrounding yourself with people that are going to help you improve your life. It's amazing. Start out with gratitude. It's absolutely amazing. It'll change your life. Okay? The other thing is worry. Don't worry about your finances. Okay? Be grateful for what you have in finances. Do not worry. The more you worry, the more you're going to attract worry into your life, and you'll never stop worrying about money. Okay? Again, I learned this the hard way. Trust me. I'm not telling you these things. I'm not preaching to you. These are the things I've learned over the last 10 years that have greatly changed my life. Another thing is give when you can and give often. Whether it's your time, whether it's any kind of money that you have, it will absolutely change your life. So an experience that I had right before I graduated from CRNA school. I was in Shreveport, Louisiana. I was absolutely broke. I literally had 9 maxed out credit cards, school loans, personal loans, cost of living loans. I was maxing out every form of anything I could do to pay for school and pay for cost of living for me and my family. Anything I could do. Loans of any kind, credit cards, whatever I could do. And I was in a grocery store getting my ramen noodles as usual. I even got the fancy kind with the cup that you could just microwave instead of have to have a bowl, and that was the good old days. But I was in line. I just got finished swiping my card and putting my groceries on my card, and I always wondered, it's like, man, I hope I have enough credit card income from another card that I can transfer over in order to pay monthly expenses, right? And this lady behind me, I will never, ever, never forget it. She was trying to buy groceries herself. She was a little bit short, and she had to return infant formula. It was like $10 to $15 worth of infant formula. She simply did not have the money to pay for that infant formula. And I was so worried about how I was even going to pay for my groceries. I swipe them on a card, but I still have to pay it off next month, right? I was so worried about that I was not brave enough to go out of my comfort zone and help that lady behind me, that mom that needed the infant formula for her baby. I will never, ever forget that moment, and I will never, ever allow myself to be in that moment again. So give when you can and give often. It will absolutely change your life. There is nothing that feels like the ability to give and pay it forward to other people. Even if it's a coffee, even if it's something pay for the person behind you when you're going through a drive-through, just the simplest things. I even paid 75 cents for a toll way back when they used to take, instead of having the toll tags everybody has now, paid 75 cents for the guy behind me. It looked like he was kind of in that point where he's having road rage and just frustrated, and it's 7 p.m. and he's just getting home from work or whatever he was so frustrated about. It's like, man, you know what? I'm gonna tell the lady in the booth, it's like, pay for that guy behind me. He's not having a good day. And I'll never forget that either, because he made it a point to catch up to me, and he waved to me like a thank you when he drove by. That may have just, made his ride home a lot better. I don't know. But just 75 cents changed his attitude, at least for a few minutes, right? So give. Give often and give whatever you can, whether it's financially or time-wise. It will absolutely change your life. The other thing is, and a lot of people don't do this, and I don't understand why. Let me see where I've got mine. Oh, geez, it's right here on my desk. This is just a simple dream board. And I'll show you mine. You probably can't even see it. But this is called a dream board or a vision board, right? So one of these days I'd love to own an office complex right here. It's got 4 offices. One of these offices is for my business, and the other 3 I could lease out, right? Over here, I would love to speak on stage someday and share what I have learned, what I have struggled with, how I have improved my life, and how I could help everybody else improve their life. I'd love to do that. Here is a verse that I love this verse. Over here, I would love to go on vacation. This is in Estes Park, Colorado. I could see myself sitting right here on the edge of the water and just looking at the mountains and, you know, doing a whole lot of nothing. Let's see if I can get this to work the right way. Over here is the top view of that same business complex. That's the front view of that same business complex over here. You know, it's just a vision. It's just something that I want to do. And over here, I invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. That's what these things are here. That is what I am doing to invest in the cryptocurrencies. As the cryptocurrencies go up, then I'm going to use that at some point to pay for having a business complex built or purchase one if there's one available. So this is a simple vision board, but I look at it often, right? When I don't have my notes out here on the desk, I can really see it. But I look at it often, I think about it often, and I see myself at that lake. I can feel the coolness of the air. I can put my toes in the water. I can, you know, just see myself there with my family, enjoying, relaxing, and just being with my family, having that good quality time. I can see myself walking into that office building. And when I go into the main part of the office building, and there's the kitchen part, and it's where me and my 3 other business partners are making coffee, and we're sitting down and we're just talking before we start our day. And then we each have one of our own offices, and then we have a conference room where, you know, we do our training. And I mean, I have all these things. That board, they're not just pictures. I feel myself being on stage when I'm talking to people. I feel myself changing people's lives. I feel myself already creating testimonials and success stories for other people, just like I have myself. I can feel myself doing that, and it's an incredible feeling to have those accomplishments, and then, you know, the vacation time and just the lifestyle that I desire for myself and for my family. You are going to have that for yourself. Put that on a vision board. Look at it. Talk to your family about it. Show your family the pictures. Let them be a part of it. It's great. It's fantastic. You'll love it. So be grateful. Give often and as much as you can. Dream and have a vision board. And then create a personal wealth plan. Now, I didn't have this for a long time. Literally up until about 4 years ago. Create a personal wealth plan so you know every time you have to clock in at work, or every time that alarm clock goes off, or every time you're trying to get to work on time and play in traffic with goofballs that don't know how to drive and you want to get Tourette's. And when you have a plan for what you know you're going to do with that income that you're creating right now, you will start to see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and this time it's not a train coming right at you. That light at the end of the tunnel is your vision. It is your retirement. It is your cash flow coming in, that you have so much coming in that you don't really even have to work if you don't want to, right? So create a wealth plan, and that wealth plan is going to show you exactly what to do with the income that you create in order to create the lifestyle that you desire. Once you have that plan, man, it makes going to work so much easier. When I first created my plan about 4 years ago, it just changed me. It gave me a reason to go to work, other than I really enjoy what I do in anesthesia. I love easing people before they have surgery, and I love, of course, taking care of them during the procedure. But when they get to recovery room and they have no idea we even started, like they wake up and sometimes they'll even tell me, it's like, you know, I hadn't even gone to sleep yet. It's like, yeah, you're in recovery room now. What? I love that. That to be able to do that for people is amazing. And it still baffles me after 13 years of being in anesthesia how that stuff works. It's just incredible. But when you create that plan of knowing exactly where your money is going to go, it's incredible. And I will show you how to create that plan. The other thing you want to do, and this is also what took me a little bit, is to, when you start paying off your debt, you don't have to put all of your hard-earned money to paying off debt. You don't. And I'm going to show you how to pay off debt smarter so you don't have to pay it off harder. And at the same time, when you have your wealth creation plan, you're going to see that only a certain percentage of your income goes towards paying off debt. Then you're going to have a certain percentage of your income where you have your Live Wealthy Fund, is what I call it. So you can use that income to do whatever you want at the time. So if you want to take your family to dinner, don't feel guilty about it. That's coming out of your Live Wealthy Fund. You can do whatever you want to with that money. If you want to go get a coffee, if you want to go out to eat, if you want to go on vacation, save up in your Live Wealthy Fund, pay cash for wherever you go on vacation, right? That's your guilt-free spending. So you're going to have that. And then you're going to have the extra income after you pay for your monthly expenses of living. You're going to have that extra income then to start using wealth creation and investment strategies. You do not have to wait until you're completely debt-free in order to start using your money to create cash flow. If you try to wait till you're completely debt-free before you do that, it might be too late and you will not be able to afford to retire by the time you're trying to catch up for a retirement account or wealth creation strategies or investment opportunities. So I'm gonna show you how to do all that. The other thing you want to do is, if you need to, like I did for a number of years, I either asked for a raise at work, which hardly ever happened. Once a year, if you were lucky, you get a 2 or 3% raise. But then I worked extra hours, right? Did that for a while. Did it so much at one point when I first graduated in 2007 that by 2008 I was burned out and I had to slow down. But when again you have a wealth creation plan, it makes it easier to do it. It gives you the energy to be able to accelerate your wealth creation plan because you see that it's just going to get you where you want to go faster, right? So that's just another strategy for increasing your cash flow, which is the strategy most people use, is to either ask for a raise or work extra hours, right? Then of course the other one is get a side job, get a side hustle as people call it, and if you have to, work an extra job on the side. For a little while I worked at more than one hospital. I could work during the week at one, I could work on the weekends at the other whenever I wanted to pick up extra shifts, right? You could do anything extra that you want to. Do something that you enjoy. Could be working at Starbucks. If you want to be a barista, you enjoy making the coffees and you want to learn how to make the coffees so you can make them at home too, that might be worth it. Plus they also, places like Starbucks, they actually have really good benefits, by the way. But find a place that has really good benefits. The other thing is, and this is number 8 on the list of 11, start a business. I'm going to actually show you how to start a business if you want to start a business doing whatever you're passionate about. If you have a hobby that you want to turn into a business, if you have information that you know that you're passionate about that you could teach other people, turn it into a business. If you have a network marketing company that you like, a lot of people do that, network marketing. It's a home-based business, right? You're also going to learn, because I'll be teaching you later, about all the different tax strategies that go along with businesses, right? You see the big, thick book that has all the laws of taxes. Only a very small portion of that is for personal income tax. The other is for investing and owning businesses. And that's where all the tax benefits come from, is starting a business, owning a business. Since I've owned businesses over the last 10 years, on average I usually pay about 10% in taxes per year. because of all the deductions and stuff. Man, it saved me tens of thousands of dollars a year. And then what you want to do, number 9, invest and receive a monthly or quarterly or yearly return on your investments. In real estate, for example, when you have positive cash flow, that's money coming into your pocket, right? Dividends. When I first started investing in real estate, there's something called a real estate investment trust, or a REIT. That's a very inexpensive way to start investing in real estate. I forgot the name of the company that I use for that. Darn, it's been a while. It's been 3 or 4 years. But real estate investment trusts, it's basically you coming together with other investors and you guys pooling your money together to have that company buy real estate, but then you are the ones that receive dividends from that each month or each quarter. Some of them do it each year, but you want to get the dividends that are at least each quarter, if not every month, right? That's just a great way to start increasing your cash flow. The other one is, of course, to invest in stocks that pay dividends. There are stocks called dividend aristocrats. The dividend aristocrats are very popular companies. These popular companies have also been paying dividends on an increase every year for a minimum of 25 years. So they have a very good track record of paying dividends, but also increasing their dividends per share every year for a minimum of 25 years. Those are called dividend aristocrats, if you want to look that up. Those are stocks on the S&P 500, by the way. Then the last one, number 11, you want to start using wealth creation strategies. Now, these aren't investments. These are long-term strategies that will also generate a nice dividend for you. But you can also, through what's called a whole life policy, is what I use for my wealth creation strategy. I have one for myself, one for my wife, and one for my youngest daughter so far. And you use that whole life policy. Other people call it be your own bank. So you're putting money into that policy, not only for the life insurance, that's for later on down the road. Hopefully the later the better. But you want to use the life insurance policy for storing cash. And that cash is going to grow at 4% at least. Some of them are 5%. But that cash is there for you to take out anytime you want to. It's your bank account, basically, extra cash that grows at 4%. But it also, even if you take that money out, it's still going to grow at 4%. Like, what? Yeah, even when you take the money out and it's not in your account, you're still going to have 4% growth on that money. It's an incredible wealth creation strategy. I'll go more into that also, but not in this session. So basically, all this coming together is, why is cash flow important? And to me, cash flow is important because it can absolutely change your life. It can get you out of the rut of having to wake up and go to work every day. It can get you out of the rut of not having enough. It can get you out of the rut of, being tired all the time because you're working so many hours to pay for your monthly expenses. When you have enough cash flow coming in from a business, from investment opportunities, wealth creation strategies, any of those 11 ways to increase cash flow, when you have enough cash flow coming in to replace, if not double, your current income, what would your life be like? What would you do with that extra income? What would you do with the extra time that you'd have because you wouldn't have to work so much? How would you feel if you had the energy actually to spend quality time with your family because you're not coming home from work most days of the week too tired? Right? I was in a rut for a good 8 years. By the time I got home, I was so tired I could not enjoy the time with my family. What little time there was, because kids were getting ready for bed or they were finishing up their homework and then getting ready for bed. I got home just in time to eat a little bit, take a shower, say hi to them, say hi to the missus, and then start again the next day. I mean, my life just vanished. 8 years of my life, I used so hard trying to make a living that I missed out on life. Trying to pay off debt, working so many hours a week, I missed out on life. It's not worth it. I'm telling you right now. I wish I could take those years back. I have a 21-year-old daughter now that's married, and I missed most of her teenage years. I mean, I made some of the stuff, but again, even when I did, I was so tired. I was not the dad that I wanted to be. I was not the husband that I wanted to be. Very frustrating. I wish I could take that back. That's why I created a company called Live Wealthy Formula. This company is going to show you how to get your life back a lot faster and a lot easier than I did, so you can enjoy your life. You can enjoy your time. You can enjoy your family. You can do what you want, when you want, with whom you want, and not have to be a burned out healthcare provider forever. There are so many people these days that are still working. It doesn't matter how old they are. They're still working because they don't have enough in a retirement of any kind to be able to generate enough cash flow when they are ready to retire in order to even live, right? The old adage is you go to school, you make good grades, you work for 40 years so then you can retire and then live off 40% of what you're normally used to living off of. What kind of life is that, right? Most people don't even make it 40 years in a job anymore if they don't get downsized, laid off, or whatever happens. It's just not the way it works anymore. So what I want for you is to be able to show you exactly what you can do to create your own personal wealth plan, so you can see, starting day one, you're going to see how to increase your cash flow, right? Day one. Then you're going to see what to start doing with that increased cash that you have found in your monthly expenses and stuff. You're going to see exactly what you can start doing with that money to have your money start working for you instead of you working for your money, right? Then once you have your plan, let's say your plan, if you follow your plan, you're going to get to that cash flow enough to replace your income in 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, whatever it is. Well, if that's not fast enough for you, I'm going to show you how to start a business, or you can get an extra income with a side job or working extra hours at your job to accelerate your wealth creation plan, right? Completely up to you. The knowledge and the steps that I'm going to show you, you're going to put together in your own plan. I will help you create a plan, but it's going to be your own personal plan. It's not a cookie cutter plan. Not everybody else is going to want to do the same things, use the same strategies, the same investment opportunities, but they're going to be there for you to pick and choose what you want to use that will get you where you want to go as quickly as possible. Okay? So that's called the Live Wealthy Formula. It will be launching probably in August or September. It's not even launched yet. I'm putting that stuff together right now. I've got a team of incredible people that are helping me put this together to make it as great of an experience for you as possible. But you can go to livewealthyformula.com. Take a look. There's a short little video in there, just a little introduction video of me. When you put your email address in there at the site, you're going to receive a free ebook that's going to give you more of my story, my struggles, and why I created Live Wealthy Formula to help you not go through the same struggles that I did for so many years. And then you're going to receive further information like this content here, but also updates on the upcoming launch of Live Wealthy Formula, which is going to be a membership site for you to be able to take advantage of all the information that I've learned over the last 13 years, putting together in one place, and you can create the personal wealth plan for you and your family that's going to get you where you want to go a lot faster with a lot less effort than what I had to go through. That's exactly why I created Live Wealthy Formula. This is going to show you how to live wealthy a lot quicker than I did. All right? So I hope this helped you. I hope you took good notes. If not, go watch it again and take good notes. Start learning about this stuff, and it will absolutely change your life. I look forward to having the membership site up and running as soon as possible so you can dive into that information and see immediately how to start increasing your cash flow, stop working so hard, and start enjoying your life. You guys have a great one. God bless.